But somehow I had a breakthrough with it. So, but it did mean that I basically threw everything that matters completely out the window. I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Taking care of myself, that's not allowed. You had the emote, but it didn't come up in chat. Did it at least pop up with the thing saying that you had subbed? Like, clearly the chat didn't. Wow, Fancy? You're on an SSD. How can you be loading? Oh boy. There we go. I guess it just took a while for it to realize. It's probably going like, what on earth are you at level 39 doing in the Giza Plains, dude? Like, even the game's trying to tell me that I'm in the wrong place right now to be making any kind of meaningful progress. So we have a couple things we're going to do. First, I sound a lot like my missed playthrough today. Is that a good thing? I don't want to be regressing back to my old roots. I mean, I do, sort of, like when it comes to YouTube, but I don't know if I want to go all the way back to my missed Let's Play. I did reduce the volume on my microphone so that I could do singing and rapping now that I think about it, so there's a good chance that it's still set to that, which means it's a little quieter, which means it's not clipping. Does it sound like I'm quiet? Or does it just sound like I'm not clipping? Because I remember a while, like, I think a few streams ago somebody was like, you sound weird, why do you sound weird? And I told them it was because I was sick. I don't think it was because I was sick. I think it's because my microphone was clipping and has been for several streams now. So, I'm not sure about that. So, yeah, I think Streamlabs bugged out, man. Because look at, like... Yeah, the congratulations for subbing 3 months in a row didn't pop up. But on top of that, it's not just that. There's also the fact that, for whatever reason, it applied that resub to the raid boss now, right? Like, look at that. Nobody did anything since Houndoom subbed. And yet, he's at 200 to 500 health. So I guess it knocked him down slightly because it only counted your sub now, but it like half counted it last time, which is why your name popped up on the raid boss, but it didn't actually apply the points to it, so it didn't count, which is why Kyoryu got the spot immediately after you got it. But then I guess the system realized it was bugged out, so then when Houndoom resubbed, it was just like, screw it, and made Houndoom the raid boss, and then applied your points now that it finally sorted itself out. I don't know what happened, man. It broke hard, and it's not anything I could really control. It's Streamlabs' end that borked, and I think it's after they released this chatbot function, which I'm not personally using, but it is like a new build that they worked on, so it probably broke a lot of stuff. But today is a very special day, because we're going to be making some actual plot progress. I did a little bit of digging, because I was annoyed that on the last stream I tried to tackle a number of hunts, and it didn't quite work out. At this stage in the game, I should be able to do Carrot, but I should advance further than I have, nevertheless, because there are some things that I'll be getting that'll make Carrot and everything else much easier to do. A Paragon of Justice? Heck yeah, I'm a Paragon of Justice. Give me that High Arcana and Teleport Stones. Oh, and I'm a High Guardian, too. Hello, more Teleport Stones. Ancient Man of Mystery. Ooh. Many people reporting stolen swords of late. Kupo! It's not safe to say anymore. Better to speak in person. Kupo! Will you go and speak to the petitioner? You'll sign on to the hunt? Excellent. I'm counting on you, Kupo. And the petitioner is none other than me, Kupo. Listen carefully, and I'll tell you all the details. I received reports that a certain sword has been stolen, Kupo, from whom, of course, I'm not at liberty to say. This individual accepted a challenge to single combat from an ancient man of mystery, but lost. The victory, then, absconding with his sword, Kupo. If you accept the contract, I'll tell you more. I had a feeling you might accept Kupo. Now, this individual is not so concerned with the stolen sword as he is his stolen honor. He is a swordsman of some repute, you see, and has been so distraught he cannot sleep. His name may have even been Mitsurugi. He has nightmares about this ancient man of mystery. Can you imagine? He can't sleep, but still has nightmares. How terrible, Kupo. Forgive me, Kupo. I digress. Now, he met the challenge of this ancient man of mystery on a bridge, and I happen to know where this bridge is. Travel to the Luju mines, Kupo. You should find your mark on one of the bridges within the mine. They say he's quick on his feet, this ancient man of mystery. Be sure to defeat him if you wish to fulfill the terms of the contract, Kupo. Boy, he Kupos an awful lot. He's like the Kupo-iest of the Mughals. Lately, there have been a number of incidents of hunters being attacked while out in the field. Take extra care, Kupo. Alright, and then there's Belito. I'm definitely not doing Belito. Well, Belito's actually not that bad. It's rank 5. There's a monster that can summon a sandstorm with the beating of its wings, or so I hear. Only determined hunters need apply. Assigned to the hunt? Excellent, I'm counting on you, Kupo. And the petitioner is none other than me, Kupo. Listening, there's a rumor that's going around that was concerned. Talk of a monster wreaking havoc. Okay. I've only the vaguest information, some of it may not even be true, Kupo. So I had to select a hunter most carefully, and I chose you, Kupo. Now, as for the details of the contract, in the Nam Yansa Sand Sea, there are reports of a beast whipping great torrents of sand into the air. The commotion is said to be the source of some fierce sandstorms, Kupo. True or not, I cannot say, though. I've never heard of such a monster. What else is that they say? Ah, yes, Kupo. To reach this monster, you'll have to pass through caves filled with quicksand. Yes, that's right, Kupo. The monster is known as Belito. Belito. Kupo. You may find nothing, but do give it a thorough search. Kupo. Ah, I'm so Kupo'd out. I don't want to do another Kupo for the rest of tonight. Lately, there have been a number of incidents of hunters being attacked while out in the field. Take care. Kupo. So you've signed on to hunt this Belito down? Humph, you of all people. Hey. Monid. What's gotten into him, Kupo? This hunter-stalker everyone's worrying over. Looks like whoever it is a Bonga. I've seen all the evidence and there's no doubt about it. To think a fellow Bonga could do such a thing. A Bonga? Kupo? Not something I wanted to bring up, but you have heard the rumors about Monid, haven't you? Oh, you're still here, Kupo. Yes, stories of this hunter-stalker are all too common of late. You must be especially careful on your hunt, Kupo. A hunter-stalker? So this is interesting. I didn't think... So these two hunts in particular are different than other hunts in that they're kind of plot relevant. In a way that most hunts usually are not. Like, even hunts after these ones aren't as relevant, which makes me think that maybe I should do them just as like a, you know, they're kind of important thing. What do you think? Should I pursue these hunts, or are you sick of hunts? Do you want me to just do carrot and then beeline it for the rest of the game? Like, I can go either way. Obviously, I've been playing Final Fantasy XII for a long time, and they are optional, so it's entirely on what the audience wants, I think. Oh, that reminds me. I don't have a reward yet set up. Like, we haven't done the reward for this, but sorry, I have to make a quick adjustment before too many people show up. Because our new goal is now right there. And that is going to take a long time to get to, but we've broken our first goal. So at this point, I think it's only fair that we update this. Oh god, everything's broken. the size of this got really silly. Goryu goal! Yes, sir! I'm made it just in time to see me shuffling around assets that don't want to cooperate. I think I'll just have to move the 200 down and maybe make this a little bigger. Why is it being so dumb? The number 500 is just drastically larger than the number 200 in both size and scope. Come on, dude. Okay. I think I can squeeze it in there. I think I can squeeze the 200 in there somehow. Go, 200, you can do it. That doesn't look good. What the heck, man? What's wrong with you? I wonder if I can just increase the spacing on this. Custom text width. Can I, like, I don't know, 5? Does that mean anything to you? No. 500? That didn't do anything. That doesn't do anything. Okay. Tell you what, I'm just gonna do this. There. Now there's plenty. Okay, that's too much. There. Now that is capable of being properly spaced. That looks a bit better. I think. 200. Oh, and now, yeah, if I do that, it's got like the up down thing going on, right? Okay, I think we're good. Alrighty. So yeah, I was just pitching the question. So I have a number of hunts that I can do right now. Most of them I don't plan on doing. Like, I really don't care about more like these Titan things or the things inside of Nabudis. I don't really care about those. What I do care about is I want to do Carrot eventually. Carrot has to happen. That's mandatory for me. But then after that, there are these two kind of plot-relevant hunts where sort of story stuff happens, but they're still optional, so they're not like... You don't have to do them, it's just that they're a little different than a normal hunt. And I was wondering if you guys would like to see me try those hunts, or if you'd rather see plot progress. I think no matter what, I'm gonna go through the Feywood right now, just so that we can get a couple of spells that are in that area that will significantly increase my chances against certain bosses. But as far as, like, whether or not I literally actually do these hunts, that is the question. I also have a ton of teleport stones because I decided to finally talk to Mont Blanc, and hey, he had teleport stones to give me, so that's cool. Was the Feywood connected to Galmor or to... Can't remember. Yeah, it looks like the Feywood is connected to Galmor, so I'll teleport over there. And do remind me, once we get through the Feywood, I will need to teleport to Balfenheim Port, because there is a very important item that I'm going to get there that'll make the spells that we're getting now a lot more potent. Right. Feywood, I believe, is down south, which will take me... This will take me straight through Hellhound Alley, man. Like, remember when you went in a Hellhound Alley? That's basically, that was hard because you're not supposed to go that way. Like, not yet. I don't know, I really appreciate this game's lack of linearity. Oh, there we go. Carrot. Let's see here. Or, like, take care of it. The way that this lady wants me to kill her pet. I'll bet she'll be really cold-hearted about it, too. Like, after I kill it, it's like... Play 13 for total linearity. Well, like, you know, when you see the complaints that people had for these games, it's very apparent that Square Enix actually does listen to its player base. Like, if the player base complains avidly against a certain element of a game, they will correct for it so hard that it will basically, like... It'll be like the polar opposite of whatever they were doing, right? Like... FF11 comes out and they go, an MMO, but I thought you were gonna make the next, like, mainline Final Fantasy game after 10. 10 was so good, why an MMO? And then they're like, right. We should probably develop that. Yeah, let's make Final Fantasy 12, and it'll be like 10, but bigger and better. And then they made 12, and then people went, it's too big, it's too spread out, the story doesn't happen often enough, and there's just a lot of dumb stuff. And they're like, okay, well, we'll reduce the amount of dumb stuff and the size, and we'll just make it a tunnel. How's that? They really do overcorrect. Oh, wonderful. This is really... I'm starting to notice in these late levels that they really just want to shove traps up your butt. Like, if Ash walks in a straight line right now... Ash? Ash, why? Didn't you see what the rest of us were doing? Oh, silence. Uh-oh. Inventory... I need to recheck people's equipment because, obviously... I had them kitted out to handle one of the bosses, but it's not the best idea. Yay, Vox! She never uses Vox. They could have put a story in 13 at least. Gilles Nabat, remember her? I'll be honest, 13 I only played a little bit of, because by the time I played it I already had heard a lot of negative things about it, and could not, like, it was very average to me, which for a Final Fantasy game is unheard of. Like, I don't have a I don't think it's the God's crime against humanity. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it is pretty bad for Final Fantasy. She was in 2 or 3 cutscenes tops. Oh boy, you know, I just realized something I can do. Bosch, you don't really use these gambits very much, so how about, in the event that an ally has the status of confused, can you slap them for me? There we go. Are you a DQ fan? I have... and this is where my lack of RPG knowledge shows. I haven't really played Dragon Quest at all. I remember considering picking it up on 360 at one point, because I know that that's one of the few RPGs on that platform, but I never ended up actually doing it. Plus, anytime I talk with anybody about Dragon Quest, they always say that it's like the most JRPG-est of JRPGs. Like, it's something that apparently falls very heavily into just about every single trope. Oh, Dragon Age! No, I don't mean Dragon Age. Dragon Quest is, JRPG stuff. Dragon Age is the, I have played Dragon Age. I've played a pretty significant amount of it. There's no DQ on 360? I thought they released one. I could have sworn. At least as a port. progress deeper into this awful place. Let me make sure that I'm not saying lies here. Dragon Quest 360. Yeah, I guess it never did. I guess there was one on PS2 that I might have been thinking of. Oh, Blue Dragon, that's what it was. There you go. Well then, I have no idea then. I was thinking of Blue Dragon the whole time. I just never played Dragon Quest because I guess I thought they were the same thing. I heard Blue Dragon was fairly generic. Which I guess makes sense, because with a title like Blue Dragon, it's not exactly inspiring deep creativity. You did art for both series that hurt Blue Dragon in the long run. Well, yeah, it obviously, if people are huge Dragon Quest fans and it doesn't play out that way, like if it's not as good or whatever, then people are just gonna say, well, it's like Dragon Quest, but not as good. Like, it's gonna make a lot of unfair comparisons happen just out of the association. Also, guys, I just want to point out how, like, incredibly sinister the Feywood is. Like, I remember walking into this section when I was too low level. Okay. That reminds me, did somebody learn... Oh, dude, okay. Sorry. I walked away from this corner kind of stupidly. Because the thing about the Feywood is, there are treasure chests of significance just about everywhere. So it's gonna take a little while, but there are some really important spells in this area that I want to get. So we're gonna be thorough in the Feywood. I don't think it's that dangerous here. Yes, Ash used all of her mana, but can I make enemies trigger these things? Wow, it's dead already. We're definitely slightly over leveled at this point for the Feywood. That's what happens when you do hunts instead of actually progressing. Alright, I'm gonna increase the speed slightly. And I'm gonna keep my eye on the map because this area is another one of those, this isn't another one of those, like, Nam Yensa or Okir Yensa areas where it's just like, everything's kind of the same. It's designed to be a Lost Woods effect. Yay, more treachery. Plus, Western fans associate his art with Dragon Ball, so it's weird. Ah, I never realized that they were the same artist. I saw I made the comparisons being like, wow, this guy looks like basically Dragon Ball, but I didn't realize he actually was. That makes it more respectable, I guess, that they would have similar styles and that it's not just like, wow, look at this, look at how Japanese this is. Oh, that reminds me. We're neglecting one of our parties here. Anytime now, Pinello. There we go. It is time. Let me check and make sure that I don't have the gambit set up incorrectly for both here. Okay, four foes or more, he uses Dark that's fine, I can re-enable that. Holy Week, he'll cast Kiraga, otherwise, he's doing all this other stuff. It does make me wonder, like, if an ally's HP... Yeah, I guess I'll just save Kiraga as a thing that I do. It does turn you off of other games sometimes if they also use the style. Yeah, it's like... I don't know. It's always a little weird to me when games bring on these kind of guest animators and they make a big deal of it, right? Like all of a sudden you're playing a video game because of its pedigree instead of because of its own its own artistic merits. Because you're bringing on an artist who's known for his style, and if you're bringing on an artist for his style, then he's basically going to be there specifically to replicate what he had done before. It's never like, come in and, hey, can you come in but do something totally different? They're never going to ask for that. They brought you on because of your pedigree. And so you're never going to get anything that's wholly unique. Chrono Trigger used his style. Cross dropped it, though. The thing about that, though, is that the older the game is, the less they were able to really implement it effectively, so it still had a unique charm to it. Like, it was this guy's style, but in the context of an environment where you couldn't really fully implement it or realize it because of the limitations of the technology, and as a result, it's half him and half, like, really, really game. What was that about? Dense mist prevents you from advancing. But how do work? How does it work? Oh, is this a boss? Okay, so this was a plot barrier. In case somehow you survived making it through the Feywood underleveled when you could come here initially, this is how they prevented you from progressing the plot. That's cool. I'm not going that way because the area to my, I think, to my left here may have some treasures that I don't want to neglect. Like, I do apologize that I'm going to be taking extra time exploring the Feywood, but it's a critical area. Mirror Knight. Oh boy. Let's kill them. It's the Bagolies. Can we hurt this so that he stops stealing, please? I really don't know. You know what I should do is I wonder if I have a gambit that I can set for him that's going to make him steal not when the foe is 100% and not when they're critical. Like, let's put it at something that's actually tethered to a certain degree of health. Because if the foe's HP is like if a foe's HP is less than 10%, that could be actually quite a significant amount if they have a lot of health. But if the foe's HP is less than, like, 10,000? Let's do 10. Let's see what 10,000 would be like. I can risk it. These enemies are not that dangerous for my level. Okay, so it has a total health of 5,000, so that's obviously not correct. What do you think? 5,000, 10% of 5,000 is 500. So really, it wouldn't have made a difference. But this is probably safer because it means that they're always going to be at a health level that is low enough to justify the stealing. And sometimes we won't get it because we'll just get them too low on their health. Good maths. I mean, I was definitely rounding, but... okay, so that should have been a steal. So this is too low. Maybe more like 1,000. There we go. That's a lot more like it. It gets him low enough to where he can get off one steal before they die. Oh, a suit of mirror mail. That's useful. I'm not being very coordinated in how I'm approaching this. So, like, there's a treasure over there. That's probably important. Yo, Pot, what you got for me? Lightning Fang? Not really. Oh, nice. Okay, this was a guarded treasure. There's gotta be something good. Alright, Vaughn is not picking his targets very intelligently, but that's okay. So, like, he'll sometimes steal something, and that's good enough for me. Like, I don't want it to be a thing that triggers constantly. You run around in circles in this game. I mean, this literally is just a bunch of circles. Did I get the treasure? I didn't just kill those guys and not get the treasure, did I? But I haven't been this way. And there's a wolfie. A doggo! One of those legendary fog forest hyenas that exist in real life. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh, you're aggressive. It's a moo? I don't think bunnies go moo. Oh, there's nobody on this party that does the thing. Well, I'll give that... Ooh. Oof. So Vaughn can get confused, and he's the only one who really has the space to unconfuse himself. I guess I can't really gambit this one. I'll need somebody to manually do it. Hey, Fran. Oh, okay, we're good. They dealt with it. 73 gil. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm trying to get spells here. Bacchus wine. Okay. So I guess there weren't any of the spells in this section. I'd probably have to go down to... Probably have to go down into the newly opened plot area, which makes sense. I figured it would probably be like that, but I didn't want to just leave a section of this untouched. I'm definitely going to set this to 4 times speed, though, because at this point... guys... How did we get caught in this loop again? Guys, you are beyond stupid. Can we please kill that one? Can we also please stop trying to heal a guy who's got Reflect on him? Because it's not good. Boy, I don't know. Oh, hold on. Guys, please dispel before you try casting things on a guy with Reflect on. I think Reflect counts as a beneficial spell, so remove it from Vaughn. Alright, and then we'll have to do the same for Fran. Well, Vaughn is in charge. Any group that makes him their leader doesn't have good decision-making abilities. Oh, is this a Mass Effect scenario? That always upset me in Mass Effect, where you get near the end and then you set what's his face? There's for the sake of not spoiling anything, there's a guy in that game that seems like he would make a perfect leader, but actually isn't. Like, it's really bad for your team if you ever actually decide that he should lead the Suicide Squad. You haven't heard about that game since high school? It was so good, dude. Like, the popularity of Mass Effect 2 has withered, but it's still in my heart as one of the better RPGs I've played. Action RPGs. Action RPG, I'm going to distinguish that because it's not really an RPG in 2. A lot more of it's involved with, like, just blasting away at things. But you control a party, so it's an RPG, kind of. OG trilogy, not Andromeda. I haven't played Andromeda, and I never will. BioWare is basically dead to me after the release of Dragon Age 2. They did release Mass Effect 3. I hadn't played it. I didn't play Mass Effect Andromeda. I didn't play Dragon Age Inquisition. Like, they released a bunch of stuff that I just didn't want. You talking about Spore? Yeah. It's not a game that people... It's not a game people generally remember fondly, but I do know that Alchemy Fox really likes it. And it's not... I don't think it's bad. I think it just drastically fell short of people's expectations. Oh boy, a flower. How much you want to bet that I can trash this thing without even trying? We don't have any magic, though, so that's a little dangerous. Hey, can we not? I'm getting drained pretty badly. Oh, Balthier recovered most of his mana, or at least some of his mana. He can't do regen, though. I'm just reading at random. I mean, I saw what you said about Spore. I didn't realize that he was addressing you. Like, as a streamer, I generally assume that the chat is talking to me because I don't necessarily look at, like, a conversation chain, so I don't know. At some point, if it gets too bad, I may have to implement a rule where it's like, hey, if you want me to respond, I'll need to have you, like, at me. But I'm hoping I don't have to do that. Also, this is going really well. Mr. Important over here. Look, dude. Look, man. I just want to avoid confusion. Pretty Fleur. Not everything is about me. Well, well, well. This is my channel now. This is Kyoryu's gameplay channel. Hooray! The flower is dead. I only had... Did I even... I don't think I did anything. I thought that I made an attempt at curing sap, but I didn't actually do anything. I read the chat while the game played itself, and it killed the flower for me. Good job, team. You're emo now, too. You don't have yours, so you have to take them from others. That's okay, dude. And the thing is, the requirements for affiliate status are not that large, so I'm sure that you'll manage to get to it eventually. And then you'll have your own. In the meantime, you have plenty of time to decide what it's going to be. Do I allow links? I think so, but I think they have to be from specific sources. So if it's like from YouTube or something well-known, then it'll probably be fine. Imgur? Yay, I have Imgur whitelisted. I think I may also... That's what it was. I allow links from subscribers. So because you're subscribed, it doesn't... He collapsed, stood up to roar, and then collapsed again. Well, he had to be ferocious somehow. Look at that. Okay, hold on. Before the game interrupts me. Or you can try and she would allow it. Yeah, that's also true. Like, links are pretty easy to work with. Because usually the worst that'll happen is it'll get blocked until I unblock it. Aww. It's a pirate dog. Wow, this is pretty cool. I like this area. Like, it's like snow, but it's probably less snow and more like just straight up a void.
Yeah.
Daily Doggo. Hey, if there was like a news site that was called the Daily Doggo and it was just constantly like this, I'd be okay with it. Okay, did he heal it? There we go. So these mantises are a little harder. It's a snow swamp. Yeah, it's pretty weird, right? Like, I'll grant the creativity of this.
Yeah.
My, this area is reminding me of that weird dream I had a couple nights ago. Where, is he? Okay, he's definitely healing it. Stop. Okay. This is one of those instances where apparently it's Holy Week, but not actually. Like, it's very bizarre. That's the first time I've encountered that, where something Holy Week wasn't actually weak to Holy. That must be a bug. But yeah, this reminds me of a dream I had a couple days ago where I was inside of a dream that was supposed to like represent the collapsing mind of George Washington because he was suffering from some kind of encephalomyopathy of the mitochondria. I don't know. It was a dream that I don't even know what it was inspired by because, like, I actually recalled a real disease that I don't think I've heard of since biology in high school.
Yeah.
Dispelga. Oh my god, Dispelga. Okay, we found one of the key spells here. The other one I think is going to be behind this tree trunk or something. Isn't that right, Mr. Snaky? You just had a fang back here. That's not quite what I had in mind.
Yeah.
Oh no. You had a dream about my project? I mean, I told you about the project. I explained to you details about it, so I'm a little concerned that you're dreaming about my project, because the last thing I would want to be doing is my project. Certainly not in my sleep. The music in this area is just so grim. Oh, was that aimed at me? It never occurred to me that, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. It never occurred to me that something else could use Scathe on me. Those guys are actually a lot tougher than I expected. Like, I don't ever expect much out of Bogolis, but that was pretty tough. Explain it to you while you were half asleep. Well, that's your fault for not waking up, then, isn't it? You didn't want to dream about my project. Maybe you should wake up after I explain it to you. Okay, I've been here. I think I'm missing a spell. Let me make sure. I might have found both. The other thing we're looking for in this area is Reflectga. So I got Dispelga, which is super, super stinking important. I think maybe Esunaga is also here. Let me think for a minute. Equip? No. I guess Gambits are the easiest way to know. Let me check it out on Ash here. So we have Dispelga, Kiraja, Esuna. No, I don't think we found any of the other key ones yet. Oh boy. This turned into a mess because it brought friends along with it. Oh, sweet, it cannibalized him. Okay, we got the Dude, these are based off of a misconception about praying mantises. That is pretty funny. Sacrifice Vaughn as a peace offering. We go in peace. Please take this one. Cannibalize him, please. Okay. Antulion must die. Okay, so there might be a treasure in here. Just trying to be thorough, making sure I don't miss anything. Oh, did you... I heard it click for a second there, which is usually a sign that there's like a hidden treasure chest.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Asunaga is gotten by following plot and beating a boss. Oh, okay. So that means I just have to get Reflectga here. That's a little bit better. Ah, snake. No. Alchemy Fox is sharing her games with me. Why would you do that? Why would you do such a selfless thing? So I'm guessing that these next couple areas are where I'm going to find Reflectga. Press on, team. Press on. This is really good for leveling up, too. Just the hunt.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. There's like little altars everywhere. What I want to know is why it can cannibalize friends readily, but it's not going to cannibalize the enemy that it's trying to kill. Like, you can't just eat, you can't eat me if I'm struggling. I made it. So, what's the probability that the treasure chests that I'm looking for are going to be, like, in the center of these altars? You think they're going to be that obvious with it?
Yeah.
Kill the altar mantises. Oh, all your progress from the past hour wiped. I'm sorry. I hate it when that happens. That's the problem with old games. They don't save. Oh. There's a thing here. Oh. There is a thing here. A Feywood glyph? Voiceless words chime within your head. In this sanctum shall the pilgrim find truth and illusion both. Illusion betokens the true way. Betokens? Betokens. Okay. That's a word.
Yeah.
This is the story all about how Vaughn went into a place with a bunch of altars. I don't have anything to say here. I just want this is this it? Did I find it? Please tell me this is the one. Okay, snakes, you're distracting me. You're distracting me. 202? 20, neither. Neither are what I wanted. I don't want your money. I don't need your charity. This kind of reminds me of in Xenosaga Episode 2, where oh my, these guys are cool. Ow, they also hurt. There we go. Wait, what? Why aren't you dead? There we go. So it kind of reminds me of that section in Xenosaga Episode 2 where you're inside of Momo's like dream world in the winter. Just because it has like that fog effect, like that whole Silent Hill thing going on. Okay, so I can't do anything here. I wish that I would have actually retained what that message from the other altar was, because I was so focused on the fact that it said, like, betoken, that's all I remember. I remember the word betoken, which doesn't mean anything, and I don't remember what the rest of it said. Okay. In this sanctum shall the pilgrim find truth and illusion both. Illusion betokens the true way. Oh, so am I supposed to, like, go through these in a certain order? I think I need to, like, teleport to the next area in a way. Somehow. I mean, I know what the truth is, because the truth is where the treasure is. That means I haven't been there yet, you see. Oh. Okay. Oh, Zana, the Xenosaga, we need an HD collection. You prefer a more direct combat system like Kingdom Hearts? I will say that probably my favorite combat system in a Squeenix game is the Kingdom Hearts combat system. Just the active battling is very satisfying, especially in Kingdom Hearts 2, where they've refined it to be a lot more fluid. But once you get to that, it's not really an RPG anymore. I would say that Kingdom Hearts is very much an ARPG. It's, you know, it's a lot more focused on skilled execution rather than necessarily strategy. In the sanctum shall the pilgrim find the oh no! This is where this didn't actually take me to the next area. It is the Lost Woods. Oh no.
Yeah.
So, what does this mean? How to navigate? I will find truth and illusion both. Illusion betokens the true way, so I have to go towards the illusions. So... Oh! Oh! Is that good? Is this the way I want to go?
Yeah.
I'll fight you. Did I play .2 Fragmentary Passage, the Aqua Quasi story demo? I didn't. I think I watched a speedrun of it because it was very short. No, don't go. Wait. I don't know the right way. I don't want to trigger this into thinking I went the wrong way. How do we still have so much mana? Like, shouldn't we be out by now? There's the right way. I found it. This has illusioned a couple times now, so I think this is the one we want to go to. You know, now that I'm looking at it, this whole illusion thing is a lot less Lost Woodsy and a lot more it's a lot less Lost Woodsy and a lot more the desert, like the Gerudo Desert. Because you have to do, like, the whole lens of truth thing, right? Like, you gotta be like, you must know the true way. Boy, we're getting some... We're leveling up crazy here. Go! Careful! Do not go the wrong way. How much you want to bet this is going to make me do circuits? Okay, that's good. So we got to go this way, and then this will take me where I need to go. I'd probably like Birth by Sleep. Oh. Oh, the video skipped right when I answered. I did watch somebody play it. I myself had not, though. I watched a speed run of it, and it was a pretty short game, so it didn't take very long for them to get through it. That seemed interesting. Very Squeenix. It was kind of like if you could actually play Lightning from Final Fantasy XIII the way that the cutscenes play her out to be. Okay. Illusions. 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 Illusions? Do I not get them anymore? Are we not playing that game anymore? That's awkward. Well, I have to search this area for treasure anyway. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of the treasures will be, like, near the outskirts the way that they have been so far. I love how quickly these go down to lightning, like, it's pretty impressive. A Deathbringer, that's a good one. I just hope that, like, wandering around like this doesn't undo my progress. The lightning spells are really handy late game. Like, it's kind of crazy how many things are weak to lightning. It's like, snakes are apparently basically just conducting rods that are always weak to lightning, no matter what. You wish more games had Aqua? Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. She seems like a cool character. It's just that she came into the Kingdom Hearts plot at a point where it, like, kind of didn't make much sense anymore. Oh, there's 3 of them. Oh boy. Kill it, please. There. Apparently these Behemoth Kings keep drinking Bacchus wine. Just pretty funny, like mid-combat, they're just like, hold on. I'm gonna get a little tipsy for this. I would say that Kingdom Hearts 2 I could make a little bit of sense from. Like, I could see kind of what they were doing. Everything after that just kind of goes out the window. Oh. Is that real or an illusion? Because it looks terrifying. It's a Giru Vaganus. Oh, that's spooky. I'm gonna keep away from you. At least he doesn't move that much. Okay. The thing is, I just know that something as good as Reflectka is probably out, like, right next to that dinosaur. Chain of Memories and 2 cranked up the nonsense, yeah. A defender, that's not what I was after. No. Boy, I spent like an hour just digging for treasure. Oh, this might be it. I feel good about this one. Good one, game. Good one. Okay, let's just fight the dinosaur. I don't even care anymore. He's probably not that hard. I got an ether. Yeah, I see the T-Rex over there. Okay, this looks like... It was a suspiciously trapped treasure chest that I didn't actually have to trigger the trap for. Okay, good. Good, good, good. So do you guys think that the whole illusion thing... Huh? What is this? Why is this? Oh, it's a treasure on the other side. A trader's bow. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. But not as good as what I have. Well. I guess I've been made a fool of. Illusion lights true pathway, stray not, and the one gate shall ye reach. Okay. I shall touch the gate. Well, this is not the true gate, so I have to not stray from the path somehow. Oh, here we go. The true way, illusion finds the way. There's the illusion. Okay. Okay. So I shall enter the illusion. Now this guy's gonna say the same thing. It's gonna be like illusion paints the true way. It is this way. Okay. Oh, does this count? Do these count? kind of like this section. Vaughn pokes the gate. It's not opening, guys. Feels weathered. Feels too weathered to work. This is not gonna work, guys. Oh, it's a T-Rex. Well, living was nice.
Yeah.
It's a Geru Vegnagun. I got him. Oh, he had a broken great axe on him. That would be good if any of my party actually used axes. I did it. Have I made it to the one true gate? It's real. Gate Gygus. What? Hey, no. What do you mean, it's strong magic? Gigas Summoner Gate's power is yours to claim. Beyond the one gate lies sacred Giruvagrin. Over the one gate, the Gygus holds sway. Okay. But how do I Gigas? Do I have? Does somebody need to be equipped with the sword of the defender or something ridiculous like that? Here, just wear this for a second. That always works when there's strong magic binding the gate, though. I just have to equip a plot item, right? Okay. So what is the actual answer here? Also, does Vaughn usually dual wield these ninja swords? Yes, he does. Okay. Hey, is that an illusion over there? Okay, but what is the Gygus? What is this? That's really disappointing to get to, like, figure this out. Gate Gigas. Gigas. Maybe Ash needs to be in the party? Because other things opened when Ash was present. Maybe if Ash is the party leader. Oh. Also, I need to swap my party out anyway. Penelo and friends. Okay. So how do I Gigas? Do you know how to Gigas, little guy? That is perplexing. There's a thing up this way. Maybe I'm supposed to go this way. It's like, this looks awfully key-shaped, doesn't it? On the map? Accelerate this slightly. Oh no, I've strayed from the path. Whatever will I do? The one true gate will never be open to me again. Do you think that the gate stays active now that I've found it once? Okay, yes it does. Good. I'm glad. Because I really didn't want to have to walk the true path again. So I found some stuff. I don't know, did I like find a Gigasy thing at some point? Do I have inventory? Let's see if I have anything in my, like, key items. I have a canopic jar. Sword of Kings, the Dawn Shard. Is that it? Could it be just having the Dawn Shard equipped? Oh, no, okay. Freaked out for a second. Like, okay, Bubble Belt's great and all, but what if the Dawn Shard's equipped? Okay, that didn't work. What if I need Bosch to stop being berserked for a second. Stop being berserked for a second, Mr. Bosch. No, no, no. Okay. Let me. He's too much of a. He's a little too important for that, I guess. I'll set her to the Dawn Shard. And then I'll make Penelo lead. Let's have her try using the Dawn Shard. Didn't work. Figures. But at least now she doesn't have any mana. So that's good. It's kind of an endearing quality Japanese series. The stories get convoluted, and every time they trip it to fix it, it gets more confusing. Boy, I'm a little stumped here. Gigas. I've heard the word Gigas thrown around a few times. Is there something I missed? I wish I could, like, talk to my party and have them give a hint or something. Because this is a little bit vague. Like, is it just that I don't have something equipped? Is it that I didn't do something I was supposed to before coming here? Alright. Well, I've spent my Gygas. It's not Gygas. I hope not. I will resort to, let me see if I can find a real quick tip, because I've already spent enough time trying to figure it out. It'll probably be something stupid, too. If that's what they wanted, then... Okay, I understand now. There's no way that I would have figured this out because they don't call him this. But here goes, guys. Okay, ready? So we're gonna switch out Penelo for Vaughn. Hey, Vaughn. How you doing, buddy? Alright, so now... We're not summoning Gigas, we're summoning Belias. And now, with Belias, we touch the door. It's clever, I just wish that it would have been more apparent. Like, I think they referred to him as Gygas at some point, but... They referred to him as Gygas at some point, but he wasn't very... I don't know, like, that was what they called him back when we encountered him, and since then, we've called him Belias. Made it to Giruvegan, though. Hey, obtuse solutions to what should be simple puzzles is the Final Fantasy way, though.
On the farther shores of the River of Time, shrouded deep in the roiling mist.
What is it, Fran? The mist runs thick here.
Like on the Leviathan?
Do not worry. I will behave myself. The mist here is cooled. I sense something like the shadow here.
Fenar. It appears Sid has yet to arrive. We'll lie in wait for him here.
So we're not going inside?
Not unless you want to end up twisted. Like the old man.
Thick.
Something there.
Thick mist. The mist runs thick here. Yeah, she has really. I honestly like it. I like her intonations.
What
It's
is it?
very unique.
She can see him. Let's follow her.
Follow your husband, oh Ash. Alright, well, Vaughn, you're not part of this party, though, so get out. Out! Ah, God. Her accent is a blend of several. 'Tis very lilting. I like it, but what is it? It's kind of like... I think it's mostly just a consonant focus. It's like... The mist runs thick here, right? Like, there's just like an emphasis on the consonants and almost a removal of the additions. Like, anytime there's like a TH, it's more of a T sound. And then... But not always. Like, it's kind of selective too, right? Because, like, to mist runs thick here. Thick here. I don't know. It might just be the way the voice actor sounds, too. I'm not sure if there's much that we can do to replicate it. That's the one thing that always bothered me with people who would actually cosplay Fran, though, is that they could never actually talk like her. Her parents are Austrian, she grew up in Australia, but also lived in France off and on. The voice actress, you mean? Or just in terms of, like, what the accents sound like? Oh yeah, so this is the decision time, guys. So for the last hour of this stream, do you want me to make actual plot progress in continuity, or do you want me to pursue my hunts? I can do either. We're not quite at the end game yet. The voice actor. Yeah, that explains some things. I would say most likely it's, Waystone. Let's see. Well, let's do this area. You differ to Fox. Oh, you defer. Okay. I gotcha. I've overridden all decisions temporarily. I'm gonna make some more plot progress just because I've been starving to see what happens next. I will stop before we get on the final level to do the hunts, but at this point, like, I may as well progress to at least that point. That way, at least I can also guarantee that the hunts are not going to be too challenging. Oh, you mean the statue of a monster we've been fighting various reskins of for a while turned out to be real? Kill the Daedalus. That took out a pretty hefty chunk. Hey guys, what do you call a pushover with no head? god, Ash. Okay. I may have underestimated him slightly. He killed somebody. But of course that's wholly because, what is going on, guys? Can we get a res, please? Okay, let's do these quickenings now. Ooh, everybody's alive. This is good. Even though wholly unnecessary, this is gonna be like massive overkill.
Here goes.
You think it's supposed to be Gaelic? English teacher of the year right here.
I must be strong.
Oh god, I was hitting A instead of X. That was my bad. That was a really bad mischarge assault, but it means that, like, I didn't use all my charges all at once. It was enough. Alright, team. Yeah, do some stretches. Do some of those samurai sword stretches. Show off how incredibly awesome and powerful you are. She's like, I use a sword, teehee. Alright, and there's another waystone here. So, I'm gonna save, right? Oh no, the save point's like a whole thing back. They wouldn't have me go back after just fighting a mini-boss like that, would they? So let's see. How much of a boss rush is the entire advance to the city of Girovagam like? Who's the next Guardian? Ooh. Very interesting. See, the nice thing about endgame areas is that they are perhaps the most thematically distinct areas in these games. So the games just go like, okay, make a Final Fantasy-y thing. I'm surprised that slowing him down didn't upset him more than that. Alright, these guys are pushovers. Let's wreck them. Guardians, erratic piano music plays. What is this? The gate stone. Do I want to use the gate stone? It lowered the Z gate. Man, I never don't have the map up. Like, I turn it off for all but a second and then I go, wait, but where was I going again? It really is not a game suited to not having the map open at all times. I've been thinking about maybe making that the next thing that I play after this, because I never actually beat it, and I'll admit I haven't made that much progress in it either. I think I made it to Kakariko Village and then I just never went back, and it's not because I didn't like it. It just got caught up with other things. Alright. Arcana! This is good. My potent jar of arcanifying things is working. Can I pull this lever, please? The Tichus Gate Stone? I need to not play more of that. 155 hours is enough for now. Play that. Yeah. I will play that. Honestly, because of its length, it's probably going to be one of a cycle of games that I'm going to play during periods where I don't have like a dedicated game. Like normally, I cycle through games every week. Like I'll have a game that I do one day, then the next day I'll do a different game, and I kind of go back to them over time if they're like long ones. Final Fantasy XII was an exception because I really wanted to actually finish this one, and it's going to be like this is going to have a distinction in my channel of being the longest game that I've ever played the entirety of on stream before. It'll hand over fist hold that distinction. And by the time I had decided, yeah, you know, maybe I should move on to another game than this, I was already so far into this one that I was just like, let's just finish it, man. You need to do that, rotate games. Yeah, I mean, you're already kind of doing it, because you have the whole, like, you do Final Fantasy XII, and then you do some Hyrule Warriors, like, that's been kind of your thing, right? And of course, like I said before in your chat, because you did say that you were getting, like, tuckered out on 12, and I did say, like, you don't have to feel bad if you can't finish a game. I don't think that people generally expect that you will when you're streaming, especially when you haven't dedicated that much time to it. Like, for me, I think I put too much time in 12 to justify dropping it, but I have plenty of games that I streamed, and for one reason or another didn't finish. What is happening? Whoa, okay. Something bad. Something bad this way comes. I just realized that I got a new spell that's actually pretty sick that we haven't been using. Like, watch this one. Check it out, guys. Alright, so what if I told you that Reflectka is a good spell, right? So we're not going to cast that right now. And that's because our healer, everything's going to die. We're all going to die. I hate to say it, but we're all going to die. Okay, so at this point, we really need, like, a Kiraja, like, really badly. To such extent that I'm pretty sure Pinello is more or less definitely dead. Yes! Oh my gosh, everybody's still alive. Okay, now, Pinello. Actually, before you do that, let's get a regen on everybody with what little mana Ash still has. Okay, good job, Ash. These guys don't actually hit that hard, but they are magic users, so they're dangerous. Let's do regen on okay, good. Honestly, the next thing that I was gonna do is wholly unnecessary. Well, okay, I'll tell her to do Cura as like a last thing that she's gonna do, and then we're gonna do Reflectka. Oh, she died. Well, that sucks. Oh, dang it. I wonder if I have that, there's this thing called like an opal amulet, which allows you to cast spells through Reflect. Man, my brain is like fried today. I keep getting stuck in my own sentences. It has the past week and a half. I was only doing FF twice a week until I dropped Monster Hunter. Iwotsukute. How long are you streaming today? I'm streaming probably until about 10:30 my time, so another hour or so. It's a shorter stream because I have work tonight. Let's see, I really need to recover Ash here. And Ash, you're gonna do... Dispelga on everybody. What's my job? Right now I'm a network operations analyst, so I basically watch the company's networks and mainframe servers and make sure that everything's okay. Didn't she cast Dispelga? Why didn't that work? Like, it should remove. There we go. Okay. That was weird. And a little unfortunate because I feel like Ash used Dispelga without it actually doing anything. Let's see, does anybody know Reflect? Or not Reflect, but Cure. Use Charge, you dumb. But yeah, basically I monitor like mainframe servers and networks and make sure that everything's operational, and if it's not, I'm responsible for making sure it gets fixed in some capacity. It's a pretty cool job, actually. Like, it's not something I can do forever because I don't think the pay is really good enough, but it's hands-free enough that I can kind of do the job and still have a life. Still have the time to pursue interests and hobbies and such, so because of that, I'm pretty happy with it. It does mean working third shift, though. I finally invested in a blindfold so that when the sun comes up, I can actually sleep. Can I fix your computer? It's doing a thing. That was me a few months ago when I was in support center. I don't really touch the computers now. But I probably can fix the computer. The computers that I monitor, if they break, it's pretty bad. Because it's like... it takes down entire stores and corporate headquarters. Like, it's not okay if these go down. Back in support center, I got those asinine calls all the times, though. The one where it's like, my computer, it's a little bit broken. Anyway, this is a priority because I have to file my reports for the day. And I'll be like, yeah, well, you don't get to decide what is a priority on the company's dime. You know, your computer is not a mainframe server, so you're gonna have to wait on that. I keep flipping these switches without really knowing what I'm doing. I'm hoping that just hitting them is good enough. Also, what's the deal with this one? Gate Perelton. Oh, by the way, I fixed the Discord thing. There it is. Apparently, the Discord command is something that is inherently taken by the bot. And I actually have a command called Timbertaft, which is the one I was supposed to use, so that's why I couldn't get it to work before. Right? Exactly, Kyoryu. Like, even on a professional scope, like, a lot of the problems we either have already documented the issue at some point, because they're issues that happen with some frequency, or it's something you can Google. Like, there isn't really some inherent body of knowledge that I have that would make me know more. It's just that I know how to look for the information, I know how to apply the information. They use Yahoo? That is terrible, dude. Although not surprising. I remember when I was in Japan, like there was a surprising amount of like on their web access and everything that just seemed a little dated. Surprisingly so, considering how not outdated everything else is in that country. But when it comes to like their web infrastructure, they're kind of behind. Not as behind as the US. The US is probably like dead last next to third world nations when it comes to that stuff. Oh, okay. It's a daikon. You sit next to a fax machine, which is used to fax printed emails to other people. We still have one of those in our offices too. I have yet to figure out why anybody uses them, but we're constantly... This isn't good. Okay, I think I want to go that way, but I'm going to die. Not good. Bosch, I'm gonna make you party leader now. Okay. And you're gonna run away, okay? You're gonna run away, okay? Oh, you're berserked. Oh no. We've got to get to safety. To safety! Okay. We're fine. This is fine. Okay. Alright. Let's bring Ash back into the thick of it. And, Ash, you should probably use like a high ether or something. Oh, this situation's dire. Bosch is dead. Vanello isn't as useful as Bosch, frankly. Does she have suicide? No? Not allowed? Oh, nice block. Okay. Maybe, just maybe, we can pull this off. Everybody get healthy! Yes! Okay. We're all better now. Okay. Even people in your office that are your age don't know how to use their smartphones. You're under 30. Yeah. I mean, that's where I am too. I'm saying I'm only, but you know, this is still old compared to a lot of people on Twitch, but I'm 26. Youngin. I have noticed that the gaming community's age has grown significantly older. Like, I remember when I was starting out, like, it was pretty common to see people doing Let's Plays and stuff that were, like, 16, 17. Like, that was kind of the age where they developed enough of a ambition and tech sense to actually try that kind of thing. But as I got older, like, the age of the average Let's Player and streamer has grown as well. Like, it's like people don't take the younger ones as seriously anymore. Or the younger ones don't make their age apparent. I'm not sure which. You turned 29. content creators are getting older. Like, content creators as a whole are getting older, but I'm wondering why the younger ones aren't also joining, right? Like, why aren't there more young content creators also existing alongside the older creators? Was there something established at some point that made people feel like it's only an old person thing now? Also, Ash can't dispel stop because she is stopped. Such a sad fate. I am noticing the difficulty of this area has increased somewhat. Our generation got in on the ground floor. That's true. It's hard to break into YouTube. I would say definitely, like, as of this year, for sure. This year, last year, this is not a good time to break in anymore, but if you had a YouTube channel that was semi-active before, you can kind of still get some growth. Undertale in particular kind of comes to mind as a, that was kind of a wall shatterer for a lot of smaller people. Twitch seems fairly doable now. I think yes and no. Like, I would love to see growth on Twitch, and I do feel like there is still, it's still currently at a phase where new faces are becoming the big faces, especially since it's not restricted by number, right? Like, if somebody got big doing Final Fantasy XII, they'll eventually move on, and their content isn't going to necessarily override new people who are also doing Final Fantasy XII. Like, if you go onto YouTube and look up Final Fantasy XII Let's Plays, unless you filter for recency, it's not going to reveal anything new. It's going to be things that are big or have grown or have developed. That's the nice thing about Twitch, is that it does kind of give a constant basis for growth, just because there's not ever going to be a point where the big guy overrides the little guy. With YouTube, there's a lot more analytics involved with actually figuring out what you're gonna cover and, you know, what's the coverage on it. You basically have to do something that has some degree of recency, because otherwise you're guaranteed to get buried. It's a lot more restrictive. And at this point with my YouTube channel, I've already accepted its fate as being kind of a 10,000 sub channel. It's probably not going to get much bigger. So my goal at this point in the channel is just to use it as a creative outlet and make whatever I want and talk about whatever I want. Since there's no point trying to put myself into a template that's being used by everybody else just because I'm at the mercy of some algorithm god. Like, I don't want to accommodate a machine. I know that that's all the rage for Google's team to do, but I don't trust it, and I don't really want to put faith in it. These things suck. Oh, dude, actually, I just realized, wouldn't it be better? Like, wouldn't this be a situation where Reflect would be really handy? Like, I don't know if I can unstop somebody. Bosch is really screwed. But let's see if I can do this. So, like, oh my goodness. This is kind of a mess. I should have thought of this earlier, but I was distracted. Did that apply to me even though I had... What? What happened? What happened? She had Reflect on. And it still went through.
I can't.
On top of it, he's stoned like he's mega stoned. Oh crap. Dispel on him, please. We need to fix Bosch. Oh, it's the cute things. Feed me, Seymour. What are these things weak to? Oh boy, I have no idea. Is it safe for me to assume that they probably don't like fire? Is that a safe assumption? It was a good assumption, I think. Okay. I might game over here if these guys keep doing this stuff to me. Yo, Fran, can you Firaga this? Okay, good. And one more time with the Firaga. We might be able to kill it. Yes, okay. Desperately need to fix some people here. So stop is really annoying. It's the number one thing that that has kind of screwed me out of being able to kill Carrot. So let me see if we have like a solution for this. Oil, decoy. Like, how do I cure stop? Chronos tears. They remove stop. Okay. That's good. Miss? Oh, it was the decoy that missed. Kill it with Fira. Give it a taste of its own medicine. Now, unfortunately, he's still immobilized even though he is no longer stopped. He's gonna Poisona himself, and then eventually... Are you gonna Dispel at any point, or... Like, he's eventually gonna Dispel, right? Or Asuna? Do you not know Asuna, dude? Oh yeah, I guess you don't. How do I fix Immobilize? Like, this has been just one status effect nightmare for the past, like, 15 minutes. Domain Calvados, that's pretty cool. Or Domine Calvados. Yeah, let's see if we can fix a couple people here. So white magic, let's cast Raise on our reserve party. Get Ash out of the ditch. Then Raise on Pinello. And last but not least, let's give them a good old Kira in there. Oh crap. Let's see if we can, hold on, I gotta use some items here. So there's a serum that I'm gonna have to apply to Pinello to get that disease off her. Alright, and now we should be able to do the white healing. much more of that we got. Okay, a little bit more needs to happen here. I think Ash is okay, though. I think I'm just going to focus a Kiraga on Penelo to get her up to full. Okay, everybody's healthy now. And that just leaves getting Fran out and Ash out so that Ash can do a little bit of mandatory casting. Before you cast Brave on anybody, you should be doing Isuna on Bosch. Miss. Also, he's oiled, which apparently Isuna doesn't cure, so I'm gonna have to use a handkerchief. Good lord. These guys really messed me up. Okay. And is there anybody else with a nasty status effect? Yeah, it looks like Penelo is blinded and also oiled. So I'll apply a handkerchief to her as well. Okay, curative oil. Good. Now let's change our party back to something that makes sense. I'm actually going to go back to party number 1 because everybody else is level 41 now. Okay, so I'm going to drop Fran for now because Ash is being a butt. I do wish that my secondary party members had somebody who knew Isuna. That's the one thing that's missing here. Dream team. Yeah, I know. Vaughn, Balthier, Fran. Oh. Vaughn, Bosch, Penelo. That's never been my dream team. It's mostly because Vaughn is my foe breaker Shikari, so I generally have one tank with each party unless something serious happens where I need to completely flip stuff around. Gosh, I should have had Ash do a charge before I sent her in the back. Alright, so Penelo does all these things, which are cool, I guess. Bleed is cool and all. But I think what's more important than bleed out of her is I should really have her casting some reflects, right? Or do you think that's too dangerous? Like, maybe I should just keep focused on... Maybe that should be something I only ever cast myself, and I just have to pay attention to it. No healers. Oh, I got healers here. Are you kidding me? Fran is okay. She has, she gets up to Cura, just naturally, because she's my black mage archer. And then Balthier is my red mage, and he has access to Kiraga, Cure, and a bunch of other things that he can dispel and add. Like, he's a very competent white mage for me. You healers are just Fran and Ash? Yeah, mine, I have Balthier as an actually more competent healer. Penelo's your... Yeah, so Penelo would be your inclusion in that dumb. I've learned from my mistakes. I think it'd be important for me to have something that prevents, like, stop. I don't think I have any, though. Like, the black belts are cool. Not being immobilized and disabled is cool, but those don't matter as much as stop does. Stop just screws me over. And I don't know a way to counter it. Like, I don't know if haste would really fix stop. Like, look at how awful that is. Just the debuff spam. Hey, Fran, can you help out with that, please? Thank you. Alright, and now somebody, like, stona him. Like, straight up, he's just immobilized forever now. Because he has every imaginable debuff on him. This is far ahead of where you are? Yes, sir. This is probably in the last... This is probably like the second to last level. Second or third. But these guys are kind of mean. Not sure what to do. Like, I can bring Ash out and she can try a Dispel, or an Asuna or whatever. See what that cures. Everything except slow and oil and disease. I wonder if there's a better... Like, what is this? How do I cure disease? Like, with casting, is there not a spell for it? It just seems wrong to me that I don't have an option for that. Like, cleanse, maybe? Cleanse sounds good. Yes, oil makes you more susceptible to fire. Fortunately, they don't cast fire, so that's like the least important one of these. And I think you can cast haste, can't you, my good man? No. Disease is really bad, though. It's my least favorite one, because it requires... The only way to heal is with a serum, and over time it reduces their health as well. Like, if they get hit, then their health becomes that health until they drain down to 1 HP. Also, now realizing I kind of went in a circle, didn't I? Like, did I want to be down there? Yay. The nice thing about chaining enemies is that it restores mana, so at least there's that. Okay, these guys are gonna spam stuff at me, and I don't want to deal with it, so let's remove Ash. I have to be a lot more tactical in here than I'd like to be. Penelo. You're blinded, so let's give you some eye drops. Chains do give you loot, but after a certain point they also restore your health and mana if you've been chaining long enough. Okay, I'm gonna try another Reflectica and see what happens. Okay, and now the unfortunate thing is I have to turn everybody's gambits off so that this works properly. So like that missed. Nobody got hit by it because of Reflect. So is this what I want? Tai Chi Gate? This area, the music is maddening. Like, it's making me think that I'm gonna go crazy because there's just so much. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, okay. He should probably X potion himself. I have tons of those. Alright, and now everybody attack this thing. Everybody kill it. now for the real moment of truth, right? Because,
Yeah.
I want to know if we can actually reflect back all those negative status effects or not. Alchemy Fox, welcome back. You have the sound down so loud you can barely hear it over me? Oh. I hope that's not because I have it set. I hope I have my audio balanced correctly. Because to me, it's not quiet. It's just kind of like... you know. Mystical, magical land.
Yeah.
So that the breath goes right through reflect. So reflect is almost pointless. Almost pointless. Pinello, you can leave. Ash, you can come back out. I'm counting on you before you cast anything else to do a Dispelga on all of us. Then we're gonna Golden Needle Balthier. So that Balthier can then be immobilized and confused and other things. So I have no choice. I have to Asuna him. Nice. Okay. Balthier's action was canceled, I guess. And then I have to cast a Serum again. I'm gonna run out of these things. I'm not sure. I think I know something I could do, because it seems to be a proximity thing. So maybe if I switch out for a gun with Balthier, we might be able to do a little bit more here. So I'll keep Vaughn in front. Vaughn might get negative status buffed, but with everybody else set, as long as Balthier's not a complete nitwit, if they keep their distance, they're not going to get bad breathed. Also, everybody's gambits should be re-enabled. So Balthier will party lead for now. It's no one in the office can hear it. Oh, I only have one earbud in and they're usually loud. Yeah, I tend to do that at work too, mostly because I need one earbud in to hear like the stream. But then, on top of that, there's the I need to listen for like calls that come in case somebody calls in saying that something broke horribly. Okay, so I'm here now. I guess I have to go this way now to actually make progress. So when I ran away from that last fight, it was a big mistake.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's gonna cast stop. I guess it's okay. We do have stuff that can heal it. Chronos Tears. There. Keeping your distance in these fights is apparently better, so I think I'll keep the gun for now. Okay, that thing right there was kind of the problem last time. I don't know how to deal with him. It's a Daikon entity, or a Daikon entite. It's weak to dark magic. Okay. That's good, because that's basically the one thing Balthier knows how to do very well. Also a reminder that Ash's weapon is currently the Deathbringer, and it has not been on-hit KOing anything. I don't think. Maybe though. I'm gonna try something. Give me dash. What do you mean the target's too far away? Attack it. While you're at it, my one man in the field is gonna use some dark magics, yo. Deal dark damage to all foes in range. Deal heavy dark damage to all foes in range. Let's do it. Did that not? What happened? You know, this is one of those cases where I think it wouldn't be the worst thing to have reflect on. What's with all these veggie monsters? I don't know, man. I'm a little concerned, though. Like, this has been some really slow going getting through here. Let me try another Darkaga. Did it parry my Dark Attack? Let me try that one more time. I mean, it's taking physical damage at least. This thing's kind of hard, though. You know, I'm gonna try something. Who has, I did get a new Esper recently, Zalera. Let me see who gets the best thing out of it. Okay, not you. So you get some health out of Zalera. What else do you get? Zalera would give you access to Traveler. That's not very good. So, Red Battle Mage doesn't give you anything. That doesn't give you anything. Come on, guys, who wants Zalera? The god of death. Surely somebody wants the god of death. Poach. I can get Poach without getting Zalera. So... this is kind of ridiculous. Traveler. I don't need Traveler. It's not a good move. Wow. Are there any actual good options for this thing? Okay. I'm doing this for a reason, guys, I swear. Okay, so she might be able to get the Blood Sword and Karkata out of this, which would mean that she would have a slightly better weapon. No, actually, not really. The Karkata, I don't own a Karkata, so she wouldn't have that for a while. If ever. Bowbreaker. Okay, so we're back to Vaughn. So really the best thing is Vaughn getting Zalera, because it gives him HP. Random, have you ever played Jeanne d'Arc on PSP? I haven't, but I am aware of it. I've seen gameplay of Jeanne d'Arc before when I was doing a lot of research on actually Joan of Arc. Random research. Okay, I'm gonna try something here. Could be a horrible mistake. Oh, come on with that. Vaughn, you piece of crap. Alright, Kiraga Vaughn so he doesn't die while he tries to cast this, please. And now, Vaughn, my man, if you don't mind, actually summoning Zalera. French J. Okay. So let's see if it can do what I want it to. It can heal. Banish all foes in range. Can we do that? Is that allowed? It's immune to warp. Okay. What else can you do? You can do death. Can you kill it? It's immune to kill. Can you condemn it? Vaughn? Oh, this was his thing, though. Go, Zalera. Tell me it died. Tell me that killed it. Tell me that the random damage was actually in my favor. That wasn't a whole lot, dude. Regen? Are you kidding me? You thought this was regen worthy?
Yeah.
Well, we're whittling it down, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed in Zalera. Charge. Okay, Vaughn, you need to, like, actually not waste time with the potions. Alright, screw it. I'm using the mists, man. We have to do something. Did he seriously? Okay. Come on. Why did he get a turn, huh? What's Ganondorf? Oh, you mean the light ball?
I never miss.
This better kill it. Because I'm down to ball fear and nothing else.
Please. Got a surprise for you.
Balthier's quickening looks like a Frieza attack.
There's a proper way to do everything.
Like, I'm not happy that I had to use my quickenings and summons to kill this thing, but it's annoying. It's very annoying and it needs to die. Oh. Yeah. How are you alive? This is not okay. Bosch, please just kill it. Just actually kill it. Oh, it's immune to his attacks because of his stupid staff. And use the Sword of Kings. Just kill it. I beg of you. Did the Sword of Kings just heal it? How is this possible? I'm, like, baffled and amazed. Come on, kill the blasted thing. My god. Alright, Ash, you need to charge. Oh good, that he was in range. How lucky. Okay, we're on track. It took a while, took a lot of effort, it took Vaughn dying. But we're on track again. Let's do a raise on Vaughn, get him back into existence. And, oh, looks like Vaughn's health is already pretty okay. And then I'll tell Ash to, what are you gonna do, Ash? You're gonna charge, right? Quickenings take too long? Yeah, they do. You miss regular limit breaks. Is there a save point soon, or am I gonna have to stop mid-level here? Oh, which reminds me, he should really get his staff back. Zephyr pull. Alright. Maximum speed. We gotta get through this because I got work. This area took way longer than I thought it would, and it's mostly because I got lost. I fully admit. I take full responsibility for that situation. The ones in FF13 were odd and connected to the best role for each character. Kind of makes sense. I mean, I ended up basically doing that with these guys just because I knew sort of what their archetypes were. Does this go down? Is there... where do I go? I can see this is a lower platform. Oh god, okay. Hidden path, got it. Alright, there's a save point here, right? Have I found the save point? This better not be like a boss triggering right now. Ooh, it's a meteor. You can't fool me. I see your CG tricks there, Squeenix.
I can't shake the feeling we're somewhere we're not meant to be.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Exciting?
You are not troubled by the unknown? Who can say what lies ahead? We may encounter the very creators
Saz
of
was a
Mathesite.
synergist, but as Limisa was a Ravager.
Yeah, I don't know what we'll find. I like it better that way.
Yeah, but Saz was cool, so it didn't matter.
You're sounding more the Sky Pirate every day.
Okay. So... Hey, look. Oh my god. Okay, there's a crystal. I'm gonna get this treasure real quick. Sleepga. Sleepga's not very useful, but whatever. Now I go through the Bulwark Chronos, which gets me to this crystal, which better not be a trap. Thank you so much. Alright, guys. Sorry I was rushing a bit near the end there. I got a little bit stuck. Things with debuff. Oops. Things that throw debuffs at you tend to be pretty extreme in this game, so I am going to probably see if I can raid anybody, though. Let's see who we got today. Who is my raid target for the evening? We got... Delcake's live. Delcake's awesome. We're gonna raid Delcake. Let's do it, boys and girl. Raid Delcake. There's the thingy. Give him a big old warm welcome. I'll probably hop in a little later, because I gotta go to work. But I will join in on the raid briefly. I'll say hello, and then I'm going to drop out and go to work before I'm late. This game didn't want me to quit. It didn't want me to quit, guys. But thank you all for watching and bearing through that solid block of gameplay. See ya.